In this video, we are going to make a cover page for Junk Journal January. Hello, and welcome to Nixies Notebooks. I am your host, and I'm going to make a little, just a cover for my junk journal for Junk Journal January. I'm going to start off first by very messily writing Junk Journal January. My cursive is not that great. I have to use lined paper because if I don't, my letters go uphill and get smaller. And you'll see that when I write journal out, you'll see it get smaller. I was able to correct it when I wrote, I didn't write full out January, but you can see I'm starting to get smaller and smaller. So. And then I went back up to bigger when I wrote January, so. And then using a, it's like a glitter pen, it's purple glitter, that'll be go over it. You'll be able to see, I'm gonna hold it up to the camera, you can kind of see it, but in the end photos, you can see it even better, so. I'm not highlighting the whole thing, just parts of it. Kind of see it if you look in the corner of the paper, the first J. Yeah, you can see it there. I was trying to point out where I lived, but then I realized that that wasn't where I lived. It still isn't right. It's actually in that little corner there. So I like to use maps. I have a couple of atlases every time I go to thrift stores. I usually, if there's an atlas there, I pick it up. I like the maps. And there was little Nixie walking across the desk, as usual. I also, it was kind of a white map, so what I did was I kind of used my ink blender to kind of go along the paper for it, so. And I'm just ripping. I like the ripped edge look. Right here I mess up. And you can see I took off the little tail of the J, and I said, you know what? Not doing it again, not doing it again. So. And, oh, I'm pulling out some fabric. I wanted to use some fabric. I got a lot of little cast off pieces of fabric that I wanted to use in my journal, so that's what this is. In everything, give thanks. I just like that saying a lot. I've used it before. And I'm going to stamp it on that little brown piece of paper. It's actually packaging. I forget where it's packaging from, but I had a ton of it. It's actually quite sturdy paper, believe it or not. And then I just kind of rip it out again. I picked out a flower on one of those like cellophane type flower stickers that I'm going to put on there. I cut out the struggle of trying to get that flower off. That was awful, so I did spare you that. I ended up actually getting a different sticker out. It's the same sticker but another one because that one I ruined trying to pull it off. That's the one thing I don't like about some of the washi stickers and those cellophane type stickers is they're very hard to peel the back from, so. But they're pretty, so I still use them. I'm just inking up the edges. I used purple on the brown because I figured the brown, like a vintage brown, wouldn't really show up on the brown paper. I mean, it might, but I figured what I would do is, see me struggling with the flower. I figured I'd just use purple. And there's Nixie again. Yep. I finally get it pulled off. I finally worked it off the stem. It was awful. This was like a 30-minute video, and I cut all that out, and it's now down to about 7. So yeah, you can see it was quite the struggle. And then I put it too close to the edge. I was so mad at myself when I saw that. Now I'm just gluing everything down, gluing the fabric. I'm using fabric tack to glue down the fabric to the paper. I just kind of touch it lightly because if you push it too hard, the fabric tack will leak through the fabric and it'll look weird. So just remember when you do use fabric to paper with the fabric tack that you touch it lightly. Don't like smush it down or flatten it or anything because it will bleed through. There we go. And that is the final end. I apologize. I pulled the journal way down out of the camera view, like normal. Gotta have some of those in every single video, I guess. It's the norm. Again, just gluing it down. Just using the fabric tack. I like that glue. I don't know why, I just do. I like it better than white glue. I have white glue and I very rarely use it. I always have such problems with it. Everything drives so fast in Arizona that it's difficult. I even sometimes have problems with the fabric tack. And I put a charm on it. I actually had to take the charm off so I can actually work in the journal. So the charm is sitting on my desk, but I will put it back on at the end. That was also a struggle, so I cut that out too. I actually glued that pin down to the fabric, which I was surprised that it would stay like that. But I tried to remove the actual pin itself, and it doesn't come out now. Here I'm just like gluing down some of the little pieces and stuff that are sticking up so they don't get caught in anything. Removing the glue. That's the other reason I like that glue. And there we go. Thank you for watching.